Today, as we celebrate the third Sunday of Advent, and olden times, we would have rose-colored vestments. We don't have, it's not that even though I am colorblind, we don't have rose. That's why I'm wearing red, to kind of go back to that time where we know that we're very, very, very close to something important. We began our new year in Advent about 2 weeks ago. This is the third week of our new year. And we know we're preparing to celebrate the birthday of our Lord. And we do a lot of stuff going back and forth. And in the first reading, the Lord, from the prophet Zephaniah, he was telling the people, we have to be happy and rejoice. Things are going to change. You're going to be a new land again. Everything's going to be going good. You're going to be doing this. Everything is going to be great. But the people he was preaching to were still not great. They were not happy. They were still suffering. But yet the prophet kept going. This is the other side. Normally prophets are gloom and doom and going forward. And today they're saying, no, we have to begin to rejoice even in this time of difficulty. Because that's also part of what we do. We're not a people that are just called to suffering. We're a people that are called to live the life of Christ that we've been given. And these 4 weeks of Advent preparing for his birthday help us to reflect on that, to go forward with that. And at times, it's difficult. At times that we don't seem like we can rejoice because of all the stuff that is going on, all the hurt, all the death, all the sorrow that we have in our lives. And today, for some reason, I was, reviewing my Facebook page and all this other stuff, and a friend of mine had posted on her page something that I couldn't shake today. I was thinking about it all day, so I figured, hopefully, God wanted me to share this going forward. And the title of it is interesting because it reflects a conversation that somebody could have with God. And normally when we're going to pray and we do that stuff, we tell, we're going to sit there and we're going to tell God we want this and we want that, and we're going to ask God to be with us, and we're going to ask God to change this and all that stuff. And then we get upset if God doesn't answer our prayers in the way we want God to answer. If only God would allow me to tell him what I want or need, my life would be better. And I think I know sometimes for me, that's also a thing that goes on in our lives. And on this third Sunday of Advent, we're supposed to be happy. Maybe this could help us understand how God interacts with our lives. And the title of this is very interesting. It's God Said No. Okay? God said no. And it reads, I asked God to take away my habit. God said no. It is not for me to take away, but for you to give it up. I asked God to make my handicapped child whole. God said no. His spirit is whole. His body is only temporary. I asked God to grant me patience. God said no. Patience is a byproduct of tribulations. It isn't granted, it is learned. I asked God to give me happiness. God said no. I give you blessings. Happiness is up to you. I asked God to spare me pain. God said no. Suffering draws you apart from worldly cares and brings you closer to me. I asked God to make my spirit grow. God said no. You must grow on your own, but I will prune you to make you fruitful. I ask God for all things that I might enjoy my life. God said no. I will give you life so that you may enjoy all things. I ask God to help me love others as much as He loves me. God said, finally, you have the idea.